If you're a dreamer, come in. If you're a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer, if you're a pretender, come sit by my fire. For we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. That was Invitation by Shel Silverstein. Shel Silverstein was a man of many words, and he will be who I am informing you on today. We will be taking a look at his family and past before children's books, and how he influenced children's literature. Sheldon Allen Silverstein was born on September 25th, 1930. After living a full life of many adventures, he passed away on May 10th, 1999 at the young age of 68 of a heart attack. Silverstein was married to Susan Taylor Hastings until she passed away in 1975. He had two kids, Shoshana Jordan Hastings and Matthew Silverstein. Shoshana passed away in 1983 of a brain aneurysm at the age of 12. Matthew Silverstein was born in 1984, and little is known about him other than that he was 15 at the time of his father's death. I don't know if this is an actual picture of Matthew Silverstein, but I figured he looked like Shel, so it might be a big possibility. The problem with that is because Shel had a very private life, and there are very few pictures of him and his family online. According to PoetryFoundation.org, Silverstein got his start from illustrating cartoons for the Pacific Stars and Stripes military magazine from 1953 to 1955. He drew the comical side of the military, and his pieces were loved by many. After he was at Stars and Stripes, Silverstein was hired at Playboy in 1956 to draw travel logs Hugh Hefner had given him. He traveled around the world, and at the end of his journeys, in 2007, Playboy put together a book titled Silverstein's Around the World, and where Hugh Hefner wrote the foreword. In this picture, you will see Bill Cosby, Hugh Hefner, and Shel Silverstein celebrating Playboy's 20th anniversary in 1970. Before Shel Silverstein, children's literature was in much need of some changes. Silverstein, in his first book titled Uncle Shelby's ABC Book, he is said to poke fun at children's poems such as Dick and Jane. In this poem, L is also for lie. Do you want a nice red lollipop? Go pour all the lie into the toilet. Now tell Mommy you have eaten the lie. That is a fib or a little white lie. Mommy will take you to the doctor in a taxi cab. After the doctor pumps out your stomach, he will give you a nice red lollipop. As you can see, Shel often had a very much of a distaste to children's literature, and after a realization, he has decided to change it. And what better way to change it than to do it himself? And do it himself he did. These are all of Shel's books in chronological order, except the last two, which are the adult books he wrote before, which we talked about. The Giving Tree is arguably one of Shel Silverstein's most influential books. Critics said that it wouldn't have made it in the book world because it was too mature for children but too childish for adults. But as you can see, and according to Huffington Post, in 2011, 5 million copies have been sold and has been well received by the world.
Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come and he would gather her leaves, make them with crowns, play king of the forest.
This video was one that Shel Silverstein himself illustrated and narrated and animated, and it was released in 1973. So the voice you heard was actually Shel Silverstein. Shel also ventured out into other areas of art. He also wrote songs for many major singers such as Johnny Cash, Bob Gibson, Hamilton Camp, and Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. He won 2 Grammys, first in 1970 for A Boy Named Sue, which he wrote for Johnny Cash, and it won in the Best Country Song category, and another one in 1985 for Where the Sidewalk Ends and the Best Album for Children. In this video, you'll hear Johnny Cash and Shel Silverstein performing A Boy Named Sue on Johnny Cash's TV show.
Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. I know some little love street of mud. There's table, wooden steps, bring me out, don't name me. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. This kind of death, green old, I looked at him, but put one cold like stick. My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're going down.
Shel Silverstein was always one step ahead of everyone. In his own words, if you're behind the times, they won't notice you. If you're right in tune with them, you're no better than they are, so they won't care much for you. Be just a little ahead of them. Shel's imagination had no boundaries, and because of that, he was able to create poems, books, drawings, and songs that helped parents and children view poetry as a whole. Now to recap, I hope you enjoyed listening into Shel's family and private life, past before writing children's books, and how he influenced children's literature. Now, I hope you know when you enter Shel Silverstein's world, the sidewalk will never end. Thank you.